What is up, boyos? It is the Water Buffalo Man here, and back more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we're going to be showcasing another unit from way back when. We're looking at the 2017, again, future Trunks that actually started out in this base here, that eventually transforms into this Super Saiyan Trunks by by awakening. Pardon the voice a little bit. But he did get Easy 8 in, I think, 2022? 2022, 2023, let me take a look really quick and I'll give you the exact date real fast. I think it's 22. So give me 1 second. But the unit's actually not terrible, to be honest with you. He's actually pretty good from what I've seen in my side runs, but I didn't really look at him in terms of, like, is he going to be good for red zones? He's decent for, yeah, he's Easy 8 in 22, released in 2017. So, with that being said, let's take him into one of these newer events. My phlegm is terrible right now. So I apologize again. But we actually have him on a decent rotation, because you want him linked up with the other Trunks. They share 7 out of 7 links when the other Trunks awakens or transforms into Super Saiyan. So right here, turn 1, I'm actually not going to let this Gohan do too much damage. Well, I guess he's getting an 18 key anyway. So pre-super, pre-everything, he's sitting at 286,000 attack, 144k defense. He gets an additional attack of 80% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense 80% when facing only one enemy. Facing 2 or more enemies, he gets 160 to defense and medium chance of guard. Raises attack and defense for 6 turns on his super. So without a support unit on rotation, pre-super he's sitting at only 144k defense. Maybe I was thinking of a different Trunks when I said he was good, because I remember running one of the Super Saiyan Trunks, and he was actually pretty decent, because I was link leveling him for a while. And he was sitting at about 200k. I think I might be thinking of a different one. So let's see. As long as this Gohan doesn't finish him off, we'll be alright. I want to see what he can do. But again, we didn't look at how many links he had active. He might have more links active. Well, I know he'll have more links active, but they might be better links when he's linked up with the Super Saiyan Trunks. And we're aiming to get the Mai on rotation as well. So turn 1, he's sitting at a 4.2 mil attack stat, which is not terrible, really. That's not. The only thing that worries me is his defense. So that's what next turn we're going to really see what his defense looks like, because it stacks for 6 turns. So we'll have it for this turn, next turn, we'll have it for 3 full rotations on him. You should have that. If you stack it twice, they will overlap on the 3rd turn every time, because it's every 6 turns. They last for 6 turns, I mean. So every 3rd turn will be at his max, which isn't terrible. So let's rotate the Mai off, so she'll eventually fall on rotation with the TEQ Trunks. And we're going to see what his stats look like with a 50% support as well. So maybe he'll be pretty decent with that. But is he going to be viable similar to the sort of Hope Trunks? No. I think he'll be in that same territory of he's decent for like Dokkan events or maybe events like this where he's not expected to be a shining light on your team, but he'll be there enough to do side damage. Because I don't think he's going to be strong enough to physically handle his own against anything in a red zone or even close to a red zone stage. Alright, so there's stage 2 down already. We're going a little quicker than I thought. Well, yeah, so this Trunks here, that when he transforms, has perfect links with himself. So right there, see, 7 for 7, all links are active. So now with all links active, his super attack, having given him that additional attack per turn, for the 6 turns, I mean, he's sitting at 227k defense. And 665,000 attack, which 200k defense is good for, I would have to say, like Dokkan events or like Legendary Goku event. That wouldn't be too terrible. Events like that, maybe even this event. Well, let's see what he takes on the super attack. This is a prime test to see what he takes. 126,000. Not terrible. 5.2 mil attack stat. If he could double super here, that'd be really cool. Then the next rotation, nope. I gave him a lot of dodge. I know I did that. I gave him quite a bit of dodge because I assumed he wasn't going to have a whole lot of defense after looking at his passive. He's better defensively when he would probably do alright against the Zamasu and Goku Black event, where there's both of them in the red zone. He might do a little better because he has that additional defense, but he wouldn't be a main rotation unit. He'd be one you rotate to slot 3 and hope he could do 2 to 3 supers and just like tank the hits at the end, or not even tank the hits, just like take maybe 1 hit at all. But he is not viable for realistically anything right now. It's not looking either. Let's see what his off-turn stats look like. Pretty terrible too, but we're gonna have the Mai on rotation, so we'll see that. That'll be his best rotation, like I said. That'll be his 3rd time up, so he'll have after he supers, that'll be his highest attack stat he could physically have, as well as his highest defense stat he could physically have, because if each stack lasts for 6 turns, so every other turn he's out there, so the first stack will be active still for this turn, but it'll be the final turn that it's active. The second stack will be on its 4th turn, so it'll have this turn active and then the following one when he's out there. So this will be the most ideal situation for him, is every 3rd turn will be his strongest. Every 3rd turn he appears will be his strongest. So we gotta see what he has. I'm thinking it's gonna be, with a support he might cross 300,000, but that's even with a support, that's not good. That is taking you that much to get to that point. That's with all links active and support. That's kind of not great. So let's take a look. Yeah, okay. Okay, see, that's a little better. With a support, that's not bad. Like, realistically, that's not bad, because again, like I said, this is his 3rd turn. He's going to super this turn, and that stat's going to go up even higher, because this will be his last rotation before the 1st turn falls off, so that will be probably over 400,000 by the time it's said and done. So having a 400,000 attack stat and over 1,000,000 attack, or did I say 400,000 attack stat? I meant defense stat, I'm sorry. And over a 1,000,000 attack stat, that's pretty decent, actually. Granted, mind you, the only reason he's at that point is a lot of it is due to my 50% to attack and defense. So he's really reliant on a support unit. So maybe if he didn't have the support, he'd be at about 280 right now, and then he would just cross 300 after his super. But still, that's not absolutely terrible. So let's just see what his final attack stat's going to be. This will be his max attack stat in his best situation with a support, with his best linking partner. Let's see what he looks like. 6.7. Okay, 6.7 mil attack stat. That's pretty decent, honestly. Defensively, he's not good. I mean, 6.7 is being outshined by his partner already. I don't want to say he's bad because he's not, but I don't want to say he's runnable because he isn't. I'm gonna say he's not viable for most events anymore. We'll try to check one more rotation and see what he looks like, because that'll be what's next anyways, the final rotation for us. So we can see what he looks like then. Let's activate these and just try to burn through the stage. But I don't think he's going to be as usable or as viable. I did that backwards. I should have activated that prior to activating Trunks' active skill. That's not a big deal. I won't activate Trunks' active skill then. But I don't think he's... I don't want to knock the unit, because that's an old unit that I used to use quite a bit on my Future Saga team. And back then it wasn't Future Saga specifically, it was like Vegetos and all of them. With him being 2017 unit, he was originally when AGL and STR, I'm sorry, AGL Goku Black and Fizz Goku or Vegeto came out, so he was pretty good then. But does he support anybody on this rotation? I don't remember, does he? No, he just gives himself, okay. So without a support unit, 3 stacks active, it was roughly like I said, he's about 300,000 defense. Not terrible, but not great. I mean, realistically, you need about 400k defense to be viable, but let's activate this really quick.
This light is the energy of every living thing on the planet. Please, everyone, lend me your power. It's time, everyone!
Alright, let's see what we got here. There's a lot of keys here. Okay, perfect. And I think they should still share 7 links. Yes, they do. Okay, so yeah. You need in my opinion, to be a viable unit in this meta now, you need at least 400k defense minimum without any damage reduction or anything active to be able to go into a red zone and take a couple hits. Like, you really, really do. 5.6, yeah. So he's about a 5 mil attack stat and 300k defense. 6 mil when he double super. See, now the only good thing about this unit is if he does double super like this, it'll have that extra stack. Oh, here, perfect. He double supered. Let's see what he takes. Wheel. Type disadvantage. Double supered at his most ideal rotation with literally all 3 supers prior were stacked up on his most ideal rotation, and he double super attacked. And he took almost 400,000 damage. I understand type disadvantage, but that's bad. And that's just from this Infinite Dragon Ball history. Imagine if that was a red zone stage. Red zone stage. I said red stone. A red zone stage. You would have just been one shot, and that would have been your whole run right there. But yeah, is he viable? No. For my final verdict on the unit, he is not. He's not a unit you could run on any team now and get away with it and actually have a chance of surviving. You would have to completely hide him, take him like in your 3rd slot all the time, or rotate him into a position where he can't get hit. You could run him in Dokkan events, no question. Just once you get into like the challenge difficulty, like Red Zone, Cell Max event, maybe even some ESBRs, you might be able to run him because of his additional 150 defense he gets, or 160 is it? 2 or more? Yeah, 160, and guard. Medium chance of guard, but other than that, he's not usable. But thanks you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time when we test out another unit from way back when and see if they're viable in today's meta. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys then.